ABC, Steve here. So, making another video about year by year death metal. This will be 89 through 90. I think those years, 89 and 90, is when death metal was just starting to take its foothold. 91 is when it exploded. 92 and 93 is when it kept carrying on. I think it started dropping off around 94 and 95, even though there's some badass releases from those years. So, this video, I'm missing a bunch of shit. So, missing Bolt Throwers, Realm of Chaos, Terrorizers, World Downfall, Repulsions, Horrified. So, and there's a number of other releases I'm missing. Just never got them. Need to though. So, probably here soon be looking into getting some of that stuff, fidgeting around. So, anyway, I'm gonna kick this off. I'll just start with 89, go to 90, and I'm gonna tag 3 albums from 91 that should have been on the 91 video that's right before this one, or after this one on the chain. So, I'm gonna just knock the vinyls out and throw the CDs on at the tail end of each one. Back, I'm listening to Adrenaline, Psychostation, badass Finnish death metal. Sounds like, I think it has members from Demigod, but that riff sounds like Demolic. I need to look into this band. It's an old cassette I had recorded off from 96 or 97. Need to find a copy of this. I fucking love it. I've been listening to it all day today. Anyway, I'm gonna carry on with this quick rambling. Okay, well, the only 89 CD I got is, of course, I just showed this. Sepultura's Arise, badass shit. Death Rash, Brazil. I don't know what else to say about this album. When I first heard it, I loved the acoustic intro to the title track, Beneath the Remains. Stronger Than Hate, Inner Self, Lobotomy, Mass Hypnosis. Fucking love this album. Good shit. I spent a lot of time on it and just showed it. I think 89 is when death metal really started taking off, as due to albums like this. I've always considered this pure death metal. Maybe the first pure death metal album. It does have a little bit of tinges of thrash, but it's death metal. This is what death metal is. Love this fucking album. Is Morbid Angel's Altars of Madness, which we all know what it is. Marvel Rights, I love how that backwards tracking starts it off and then it kicks in. Fucking phenomenal. Maze of Torment, Chapel of Ghouls, I love that keyboard in the bridge. Freaking darkest, evilest thing I've ever heard in my life. Nice Gatefold. Love this fucking album. First time I ever heard this album, I found a cassette and a Walkman on the trail at one of the parks here in Joplin. First time I ever heard this, the first Morbid Angel album I heard was Blessed Are Sick, and I heard this second. Due to somebody losing their Walkman. So, 1989, Autopsy, Severed Survival. This album, every time I hear it, it takes me to like Nightmare on Elm Street, those dream scenes. Every time I know that it has the Hellraiser artwork on it, but it just sounds like somewhere in the basement near a boiler with chains, that shit hanging all over the place. It's called Damp, evil, dark place. This album brings it out. Love the bass work in this. I love the production on this album. I don't care. Everybody, there's a couple people that put it down. I fucking love it. I think that's what it needed. This Relapse reissue has, of course, the album art on this side, and then the alternative album art, which I need to find. That's it. But Yeah, killer shit. Not gonna go on and on about how badass this album is. We all know it. Except the couple of you that grabbed about the production. Oh yes, Mortuaries, slowly re-rots. My favorite Obituary album. My favorite track on this is Gates to Hell. Fucking love that song. Eternal Bleeding, slowly re-rots. I don't know what else to say about this album. This one is a Roadrunner. It's killer shit. The first time I heard this, I always say Blessed Are the Sick is the very first death metal album, but it's the first one I got into is the best way. This was recorded on the other side of a tape trade I did a long time ago for Overkill's Years of Decay, and this was on the other side. And I liked it, but I didn't listen to it a lot. When I got to death metal, fuck yes. Another one to show this, Death Thrash, technical thrash, technical death metal, technical death metal, whatever you want to call this. Atheist, Piece of Time, phenomenal. Love this freaking record. I've listened to this for freaking years, even when I didn't even know it was death metal. I always thought it was just a hellacious thrash metal album back in the day. But Gone Red, absolutely outstanding. One of my favorites. In the league with Humans, or Death's Humans. It was released a couple of years later. So this was before Human. Killer shit. Another 89 release would be this phenomenal fucking album, Carcass Symphony of Sickness. It's upside down. Oh, now this, I was holding it like this originally. That's a severed head. Most people know that. That's how it's supposed to look. I grabbed it upside down, motherfucker. But yeah, this album kills. Putrefaction, Zoom to Consume. Man, every freaking song on this album is awesome. I love the opening track. Inner sleeve has the original artwork that is censored. Glad they included this. I don't know what else to say more about this album. It's freaking phenomenal, badass shit. Carcass Symphony of Sickness, 1989. And another one I've been listening for years. I just thought it was heavy ass thrash metal back in the day, but it turns out it's death thrash. On the death metal side, thrashy side. Martin Van Drunen, fucking phenomenal album. Fucking goddamn, I love this album. Seems like I just showed this as well, so I'm not gonna go into depth. Favorite songs on this are Dehydrated, Chronic Infection, Out of Body, Echo of Death, Defying the Master. There is not a bad track on this album. And I love that when I bought this album on cassette, it's because of the album art, the ants. I think during that time there was a movie out about army ants. And yeah, this album kind of grabbed me because of that. Kick-ass shit. This one's kind of it's an EP from Germany. I'm just going to show you each half. It's a merge. But this half was released in 1989. The Resurrection Absurd, almost forgot. Fucking fantastic. Kind of on the death, scream bloody gore side of death metal. Fucking love it. Fucking killer album. Now we're going to switch to 1989. This is a good kind of bridge. Morgoth's The Eternal Fall, my favorite Morgoth EP. Fucking love that son of a bitch. Favorite tracks on that is Bird Identity and White Gallery. Pits of Ultimo is good. Eternal Sanctity is fucking awesome. I'll show you a little bit about this album. Don't know, my wife found this on Discogs. Never really heard of this record label, Creation Records. Fucking killer. Got some badass shit. Obviously, it's got some coffins on it, so this is definitely a reissue. But I like this. So on the Resurrection Absurd, you have the album art on that label, and then on the Eternal Fall, upside down, you have cover art for that on that side. Side B, it's fantastic death metal. Man, I love it. I have to listen to it here a little bit. Put this back in here. Here, got a static resistant sleeve. Okay, so going to 1990. Show a vinyl, then a CD. There's a couple of CDs in this one. So, Cannibal Corpse. I heard this back in the day and I hated it. 1990 when I heard it, when it first came out. My buddy's like, oh, man, you gotta hear this shit. I was like, turn that shit off. But later it's got me loving it. I love this album now. Shredded Humans, Born in a Casket, Skullfoot Maggots. Scott Burns' production on this sounds fucking killer. Yeah, 1990 we saw this beautiful album. Go to a CD. So, the second Deicide album I ever heard was their debut. Heard Legion first, and then heard this one. Their self-titled freaking rules. Fucking love that. I like how that reminds me. Whenever Pissgrave released their album, that always remind me of Deicide. When Deicide did this Photoshop, or showed. Yeah, look at that Pissgrave artwork on the back. Troyas, and I forgot the name of the album. But yeah, this album fucking slays. Lunatic of God's Creation is my favorite track. I believe that's probably everybody else's, but every track on this motherfucker is awesome. Gotta show that artwork again. Look at that killer shit. Fuck yes. 1990. Okay, so to show an EP from 1990. Suffocations, Human Waste EP. A lot of these tracks appear on Effigy of the Forgotten. I believe these are like demo tracks, maybe. I don't know. I love these versions of these tracks. It's one of my favorite death metal albums of all time. Is Effigy, and it's nice to have this one. Bring this lyric sheet out. Like killer. Fucking love this artwork on this. I'm not gonna pull the vinyl out, it's just black. But fucking vinyl, that artwork slays. We'll listen to this one after I get done with this. Show another vinyl real quick. So Carnage released Dark Recollections in 1990, and I believe there's members from Dismember, which I know. The Torn Apart's on a bonus track on my Life of Everflowing Stream album. But yeah, this is classic Swedish death metal to HM2. I believe one member played for Carcass. Can't remember who it is. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, this album fucking rules. One of my favorite Swedish death metal albums of all time. Just absolutely love that artwork. I remember when I had the cassette back in the day, I wore the fucker out listening to this son of a bitch. Absolutely phenomenal album. Inner sleeve. Can't go wrong with this one. Dark Recollections, 1990. Other freaking classic album from 1990, Entombed's Left Hand Path. What can I say about this motherfucker? Like a Stone Cold classic. I bought it just like everybody else did for that artwork there. Fucking phenomenal. My favorite tracks on this is Left Hand Path, Revel in Flesh, every freaking song on it. I think side A is my favorite side. I do like side B, but side A is the one I repeat listen to. But look at that fucking artwork. Killer shit. The song Black. Lyric sheet. Oh, that's the sleeve. Sorry. Old ass sleeve. Anyway, I might listen to this one later. Show another CD. The third death metal album I ever heard is Doctorness the Key. My buddy Richie recorded this on cassette for me because he's really getting into Morbid Angel, and the drummer of this band plays for Morbid Angel, and I think he did the vocals. I think he did the vocals on Abominations of Desolation, which I need to get that. Son of a bitch. But anyway, yeah, this album about this robot going back in time and killing Jesus in the manger. I believe that's what this album's about. Fucking killer fucking death metal from Florida. Can't go wrong with this motherfucker. I wish you guys could see this artwork a little bit better. See if I can light it up a little bit. There we go. Killer. Yes. Yeah, I just showed this one to you. Incubus or Opprobrium, Beyond the Unknown, Death Rash, Christian Death Rash at that. Fucking phenomenal. Showed this album a million times. It's one of my favorites from 1990. I remember buying this one and just freaking wearing the fucking cassette out. And then didn't have a copy for a long time. I think I was on Hell's, what is this, High Roller. Oh, actually I was on Hell's Headbangers. That's what it was. And I just typed in Incubus and this came up. And so I recognized the name and ordered it immediately. And been listening to this motherfucker ever since. Again, one of those lost treasures to get reunited with. Just absolutely fall in love with it all over again. Fucking killer album. And yeah, I'll show this one. I just showed this to you. Cancer to the Gory End. I'm not gonna say a lot about it. I just literally showed these albums not too long ago. 1990 had a lot of great fucking death metal. But this is Stone Cold classic. The artwork is Stone Cold classic. I think John Tardy does Die Die. He's a guest vocalist on that. Fucking awesome. Tim Lewis does the keyboards to The Gory End. That intro. Fucking love this album. Classic. My favorite death album was released in 1990. It's Spiritual Healing. It's the first death album I ever heard. Living Monstrosity, Spiritual Healing, Killing Spree, Altering the Future. God dang. Stone Cold fucking classic. Fucking, I don't know what else. All these albums are so fucking good. 1990 was freaking awesome. But yeah, another fucking classic. This is a Relapse reissue. I have an OG CD of this, or cassette, sorry. But I got on vinyl whenever they did the reissues a couple of years ago. I had to get it. Nice little lyric sheet. Band notes. R.I.P. Chuck, man. He's wearing a nice Marvin Angel shirt right there. That's fucking sweet. All those bands were kind of connected. Marvin Angel and Obituary, Death, Doctorness. Yes. Another one. Another Obituary album, Speak of the Devil. I have a cassette of this, CD of this as well. This is the Listable Records reissue. They darkened the album cover for some damn reason. It's fine. Album sounds fine. It's classic death metal. Love this little inner sheet there, the lyrics, song titles, and different things like that. But that fucking artwork, it's freaking slays. Another one of those you gotta have. It's a must-have to your collection. Vinyl, CD, or cassette, doesn't matter. Freaking Stone Cold classic cult death metal. Fucking phenomenal. 1990 was fucking awesome. I'm gonna start getting in and seeing what I'm missing. Show more of the obscure stuff. From 1990. Hell Witch, death metal. This is extremely brutal death thrash. And I just talked about this album not too long ago, but it's fucking awesome. I'm gonna put the link to this album below, but I don't know the title of the band. I can't pronounce the title, but nice little inner booklet here, pictures of the band. It's phenomenal. Lyrics, man, this is fucking goddamn. I love this album. Seems like I'm forgetting the album. Anyway, if I forget anything, I'll probably already shown it anyway. The other one, Mortuaries, Blackened Images. I know I just showed this one, the Death Thrash, my favorite Death Thrash albums, but this is a 1990 release that needs to be talked about. This is the alternate album cover, which is Jesus getting his entrails torn out by demons there. It's good shit. Yeah, Obituary, they played with Obituary, Morbid Angel back in the day. Sepultura. Fucking phenomenal album. I'm gonna put a link to this album as well. My favorite track is the opening track. Every track is awesome on this thing. But Abyss Angel, fucking killer. Okay, so this is a section where the 91s I forgot. Throw the vinyl out there first. EP, battery's dying. EP here, Fiend for Blood, released 91, has Steve DiGiorio, just like the 91 Mental Funeral, so Severed Survival. Fuck my life. Severed Survival. So I don't know where this fits in. This come out in 91, so Fiend for Blood, Keeper of Decay, Squeal Like a Pig, Ravenous Freaks, a different kind of mind fuck. Dead Hole. Good shit. From 91. Another one from 91 is Carbonized, Swedish death metal. I wish I didn't forget these. Absolutely killer shit. I'll post a link in it in case you haven't heard this band. Fucking awesome shit. Awesome. Yeah, I'll post a link to this badass son of a bitch. Carbonized for the security. And last but not least, just showed this as well. Assorted Heat, released in 1991. German death thrash Funny artwork, but yeah, it's another one of those badass motherfuckers. And this has the demo, Killing Peace demo. Good shit. Good German aggression. The better view of it. Anyway, this video is a lot longer than the other ones, and I didn't think I had as much to show. Well, anyway, I'm gonna get off here. Y'all have a good day. And my battery's dying, so I'm a little bit delayed. Kind of look like a Chinese martial arts movie. Fuck yes. Anyway, listen to Tremble It. Good shit. Y'all have a good day. Later.